people have in this pool when they 4-bet you to 30 big blinds after you make the big squeeze? What's the range like?
Aces, kings.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, that's what people are 4-betting.
So that sounds like a really crude analysis, but I actually agree. So what should you do if their range is like mostly just aces and kings?
I mean, what should I do? Probably fold.
What should you do? Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, probably fold then.
What's the resistance to folding here that you might experience in game?
I think maybe the fact that it's like, the suited pretty hand. And also, if they do have kings, we still have the free outs to the aces anyway. And we can possibly hit a flop quite hard with this hand.
Mm-hmm. So I do think this is getting kind of close, right? Because your hand is suited, the 4-bet is tiny, it's really playable. But I will say one thing, and that is that if you hit a queen, you'll probably end up just psychologically finding it difficult not to go broke. And this is a spot where when you do call, let's face it, most people that are playing your stakes play very far away from exploitatively perfectly here. And I don't think it's too bad to just knit it up and fold pre-flop in this pool as a hard exploit. I do think at these pot odds against a perfectly balanced range, this would be a mistake and quite a big one. But I would be very surprised if people are throwing in bluffs to this SPR very frequently, or even wanting to 4-bet like ace king at that high of a frequency, or jacks or anything like that. So I think you're actually just going to be facing kings, aces, a bit of ace king suited, some ace king off, and a tiny bit of queens which you block most of the time. And I think ace queen suited can definitely fold there against that range, especially if we're not going to be playing perfectly after the flop and they're going to have an easy time. So there's another spot where it's way harder to play as you, the out of position player, and much easier to play as villain. I don't mind if you want a hero fold pre here. I think it's great actually. Villain bets 1/4 pot. Our life sucks. We hate life. We kind of want to just not play poker. We want to set our monitor on fire.
Yes. But we cycle.
But we cycle because life. But there's the bailout card.
Yes.
We jam. Interesting jam. Like, I don't want to write this off, because when you jam into a range that sets and sets fold, you deny equity. When you jam into a range that sets and sets call, you do really well. When you jam into a chop, who the hell cares? When you jam into the chop that's a flush draw, okay, not great, but also who the hell cares at this SPR? I want to go ahead and say this is a great jam. This is a great donk jam. And that's not what chat's expecting me to say. They're expecting me to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Jessica? What are you doing? But actually, I can see a lot of merit to this, because they're just never, ever bluffing you in this node, and they're realizing for free with their sets, and they either have a set or a straight. So just shove your straight. Seems good.
Yeah.
Love it. What was your thought process? Was it exactly what mine was?
I would say pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
We shove against, we are splitting against other aces. Like, if he does have ace, we're now splitting anyway. If he has a set of kings, then he probably isn't folding still. Like, and then, like, if we do check here, he can obviously then just like check back his kings, realize his equity with like the flush draws and stuff like that. Like, we might as well just yeet it in. We're going to get it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Stain on the game has ace king of hearts. Oh my god. That's such a bad call.
I can't remember this hand. Yeah, I think I did post this actually in one of the discords. Like, what the hell has happened here?
That's such a bad call, because you have an ace like 100%. Okay, if he doesn't know you, maybe he just thinks you're like, you could be a whale with your line. You could kind of be a fish here, because like fish would take this line and most regs wouldn't. This is the midwit meme right here. This turn donk jam is the fucking midwit meme down to a T. Editor, show the midwit meme right now. Bad players donk this turn because they're like, oh my god, there's 2 draws. Ah! Average players are like, I have to check to the aggressor. But Jess is just like, nah, fuck you. Boom. Love it, Jess.
Normally, I would say in my poker life, though, the river is a jack of clubs.
You remember the times that the river is a jack of clubs. I guarantee you that. I love this turn jam. I absolutely love this. This is such a good jam. I'm so impressed with this. I'm hesitant to say great job, because I rarely say that. I resent giving people high praise, but that's a really good turn jam. It really works well, because like what you're identifying there is that in spots where people never bluff you and have nothing they can bluff you with, you should fast play your value. That's what episode 1 of True EV, the series that's going live as part of the subscription service on Carrot Corner by me, is all about.